What's going on, YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. Today's video, I'm about to go over my first impressions with my 2024 Acura Integra Type S. I got this car yesterday and I've been putting the miles on it because I'm in a hurry to get to 500-600 miles so I can get past the break-in period. But for now, we're about to do the first impressions video. What I think in my 24 hours of having this car. It hasn't even been 24 hours yet. So as a former owner of a 2023 Acura Integra A-Spec technology package with the 6-speed manual, I'm about to go over my impressions of having this car so far. So hang tight, let's get into it. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to the men of culture. Got 100 Gang Nate, Blueprint 1LE, and Race Car Friends. Make sure you go check out their channels and subscribe because got more cars like these on there. Got Type R's, this is Type S, WRX, more to come, so stay tuned to us all. But this Teggy right here, I'm out here at 7 in the morning trying to get this good sunlight, and I was just eager to record some more. But this car looks fantastic to me. Like, I like the way the white and the black contrast each other. Still salty about my sunroof, but I don't know, I guess we got to deal with that added rigidity, I guess. They kind of did a mix and mash up of things of this car, which the Acura is known for the luxury brand, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But just looking at this with the black accents, somebody commented that the badge on here is big. This thing is pretty big, man. I remember seeing like Super Duties with smaller badges like this. Now this thing is quite large. Still haven't seen this thing illuminated yet. We'll get to that later on. But this thing just looks so aggressive. And I like the wide body on here, like the way these, oh my God, the fender flares on here. And I don't care about the back one, how they say it's like contour to the door or just like stuck on there. I don't care, man, this looks good. So one of the best looking cars out there to me that's a sedan is the Dodge Charger with the wide body. And every time I see one of those, I just look at that. Look at them hips and thighs on this thing. Oh my God. Oh my God. And coming around the bronze wheels, really wanted those, had to have it. And I bought this as a demo vehicle. I had to take it as is. Like, these options were not my choice. This was the dealership's car, and this is how they decided to spec it. So I either take it or leave it. And in my case, I decided to take it. And we got these bright red Brembos. This is something I wanted on my A-Spec. I was going to paint them red myself, but after all the modifications that I wanted to do on there, I'm like, this is what I honestly want. And that's when I decided to sell my Integra. So yeah, we got the big grills up here. Looks good. Leaving a little bit something to be desired in that little middle part, but it's good because we got a big gaping hole for all the air in the engine that I have yet to test out. Because I can only do so much. It's not broken in. Coming around, this Pro hits really hard in the sun. Really, really hard. I didn't notice it yesterday, but there's a ton of flake in here. It's like all flake, basically. That is a lot of flake, and I didn't notice that yesterday. That's, man, it's mesmerizing. So we got going down, stopping power here. Coming around to the back, we got this aggressive wing, the aggressive diffuser. I see bees flying around, so I'm about to skedaddle. Blacked out badges again. This carbon fiber. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to start running from the bee. Carbon fiber on here. This sunlight is amazing right now. Type S badges on here. I got a question for y'all. I got some smart people in my audience. What the heck is this? Because I had one of these in my other Integra. I never knew what it was. Yeah, it just says up on here. And it just stayed in the trunk the whole time. I had no idea what this does. And this one has screws in it. My other one did not. What do I do with that? And then, oh my God, these pipes. These pipes, I tell you, they're all big. 3 big pipes. Boop, boop. On the Civic, these 2 are little. But on the Integra, they're all 3 the same size. And the exhaust sound on here, I'm going to put y'all the clip on here. I can't rev it too high, but kiddos for a ride yesterday. Ample space in here. They friends not gonna be able to ride along because we only got 4 seats, so we decided to put cup holders where a seat could be. Not sure why they would do that with an Integra, but here we are. So far, this car is not perfect because there was a lot of controversy, and I made a couple videos about why I might not be getting one of these or why I think it was a ripoff. They dropped the ball with it. So I'm about to get into that right now. So the first thing, definitely the sunroof. I don't care about the rigidity that much. I would have got a Civic Type R had I cared. I want a sunroof. Going on the inside, I got a power driver's seat, but the passenger seat, that thing is manual. So my daughter rode in there yesterday. She's like looking on the side for the buttons to go backwards. And she's like, how do I let the seat back? I'm like, oh, you got to pull the bar at the bottom. And my girl is young, like she never seen that before. She's like, what? Why is that a thing? Like older technology. From the driver's seat, y'all know my man, the mini shoes, these are my favorite shoes. But when I changed my memory settings according to the shoes that I wear, like boots, running shoes, basketball shoes, I ain't got that no more. So now we kind of went down to a poverty spec because we missing a few things in here that we normally had. Where's my auto stop start button? I need that. Just kidding, that crap needs to be eliminated from all of these cars. Hated that button, but now it looks poverty spec because it's just a blank right here. We also got this blank over here, which nothing comes in the Integra. I guess they like copied and pasted from other Acura models. This shift knob feels pretty good. I don't know if it's bigger than the Integra. It feels a little bit beefier because my shift knob on my other Integra was kind of small and it was like puny in my hands. This feels a little bit bigger, but I'm gonna see what that I gotta go back to the dealership and get the stock one. It has like something going around it. I don't even know what it is because I haven't felt that yet. And shout out to one of the viewers. Y'all got hawk eyes, man. I just got LASIK, that's why I'm squinting. But he pointed out something on here. My illuminated door sills, I got a wire hanging out, so I need to get that handled like asaptually, because this can't be just hanging out here like that, because water would definitely hit right here. And it's on the outside of the rubber part where the seals where it would keep water from. So yeah, do not want to fry an electrical system because those can be terrible in cars. And since I'm right here, the seats falling into this thing, I don't remember my other Integra seats being like this hard. Like I just fall in here like, damn, did I just sit on the floor? Like I don't know if I need to break them in or something, but it's kind of firm. Like I feel like the Corolla GR and especially the BMW and the M2 seats are way more comfy. I think the M2 spoiled me with the seats, but these, especially the bottom part, that thing is kind of hard. So you might want to take your time sitting down. This steering wheel is a very nice touch though. It's an Alcantara or Micro Suede. It's pretty soft, and I do like driving with this. Couldn't even put no oil on my beard today, man, because now I got to deal with this steering wheel. So yeah, got to make sure the hands are clean before I touch this, because these things start to look bad after they get dirty and worn out. But now since I got like the visuals out the way, this car is a completely different night and day performer, and that's what you spend the money on in this car. You paying for the performance in this one. The looks too. My God, this thing looks good. My God, this thing looks good. But we're about to do a little bit of driving in here so I can show you what it's like. I can't go too hard in it because I got to break it in. Individual mode. I got mine set up for the engine in Sport Plus, suspension in Sport, well, everything else is Sport, like steering as well. I had it in Sport Plus, and this car fixes one of the problems I had with my other Integra. It's not firm enough, so this car definitely takes it up a notch with the firmness. So I haven't even tried comfort mode yet. Try that at a later date. But for the sake of this video, that's what we're doing right now. And keep in mind, I can't rev past 4,000. Don't want to mess up my brake in. Let me see if I can get some burbles for y'all. The burbles on the shifts sounds pretty good. This exhaust sounds a lot better than I thought it would. Like the videos don't do it justice. This is a good sounding exhaust. Dang, I can't even downshift the merge on the highway. I'll pass this guy though. Short shift It's pretty lame, gotta admit that. But it is what it is. Do hear a little bit of roll noise in here. This car is very comfortable, planted. I need a curve so I can see what that be like. This car, that's what it's made for, handling. And it does go, but I can't experience that right now. Thanks, break-in period. During break-in period, you can't rev past a certain, generally like halfway, like 4,000, 4,500 RPMs. No wide open throttle. You gotta have great variance between the RPM, so you just don't want to be at a constant RPM like cruising on the highway. That's bad for break-in period. You want to like be going through the gears and making the RPMs like go through all the RPMs below 4,000. I know in my other Integra, there was nothing in the manual about a break-in period or how long it should be, but rule of thumb, we'll just do 500-600 miles, because I think that's what the other Acura say. My Camaro had the longest break-in period of 1,500 miles. Why? Alright, about to hop off the highway here. About to do some downshifting on this ramp. You can't even take it too hard on the tires because they have a break-in period too. On my other cars, which is 200 miles, so I'm only at 76 miles now. So I'm gonna be driving all day to try and get there. Oh yeah, that's where this thing shine. And I gotta hit the brakes because I was coming up on the car way too fast. I'm blinded. Nice little pop. RPM is going very fast. Let's handle this roundabout. There goes my camera. All the way up to 7,000. This is only 4,000. Cannot wait to go all the way up the red line. Nice little turbo noises going on. Some swooshes and pops. So another thing I like about this that I didn't notice on the other Integra, it tells you what gear you're in. I think that's very helpful. Sometimes it's like, am I in 4th gear? Am I in 6th gear? I don't know. I don't remember the last time I shifted. People were sad that I was getting rid of my other Integra, and I was sad too. And I felt bad for you all. I couldn't leave you all hanging. And then for me, it's funny seeing like people's speculation of what I'm doing. Like somebody said I was going to sell the GR Corolla next week, but in actuality, I had this car secured like a month ago, but it's a demo. You can't actually drive or sell the demo for 30 days, so I just had to wait. Then the Corolla popped up. So give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did not enjoy it, because I'm trying to get up to those 10,000 subscribers. I'm hovering around 9,000 right now, so let's get up to 10,000. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm Q, checking out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Browse the channel, check out the other car reviews I got on here and other videos. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out.